Hi everyone. Um, I'm coming back on here. I was just doing that previous reading, and when I've gone to post it, it's not letting me. Well, it is letting me, but it's going to try and post a video that is. It just there's no sound. The time of the video, the duration of the video has changed, and all you hear is the sound of a lion. And I mean, this could be simply a technical glitch. It could be something that happens regularly on YouTube. But the video I made, it is still there in my file, and it's as it was. So I feel that, and honestly, if you could hear the sound, it's a lion. And I feel that this is about courage. The message there is to have courage, to have faith, and know how powerful you are, and to believe in yourself. So I'm not sure how this reading will unfold, and whether or not it will relate to that message, or if that perhaps is just its own individual one. But I'm going to go with it and see what happens there. But some of you may have seen lions within dreams, or perhaps you are watching something at the moment on TV where there is a lion in there. It could even be that you keep seeing children's teddies that are lions. It's just signs of lions. If you start to see things like that, or it doesn't have to be a lion, it could be a snake or a polar bear, there could be some other sort of animal that you are becoming aware of repetitively, so you're out and about, and then you think, oh, I've just seen a penguin again. What is this about? Have a look at the meanings and the symbolism for animals, because we all have animal guides, spirit animals, and for some of you that might seem a little strange and maybe a bit too hard to believe, but it's true. If we can relate to the messages and the guidance coming from those animals, you only have to look at how those animals behave in their life, some of the sort of habits they have and the things they do, the way they behave, and it can relate to what's going on in your own life. So pay attention if you are seeing something over and over again and you keep thinking, why? It could even be spiders, look at the meanings and try and understand that. Okay. So here I feel that this is you connecting with all different aspects of yourself. You are understanding that we are not just a physical form, a 3D body, and we do not have to sit in that heavy energy. We can be light, we can be flowing, we can be spirit, and we are deeply connected to others. And I've said this before, you can have one hand in one sort of pool of life, which can be the 3D, and you can have your other hand in the pools in the higher realms. You can be connected to both because you are both. Our body is sort of very translucent. We can move in and out of the two realms quite easily from a soul perspective. It's only within the heaviness of the 3D where we get caught, we get trapped, we get taken away with the tide. So I feel that it's about spending time to perhaps meditate or have that stillness that allows you to draw back into that deep connection with your soul. Just bear with me, I'm just trying to shuffle another deck there to see if there's another card coming forwards. But yeah, just being in that free flowing state, being unguarded, and there is almost that sort of sense of being naked, of being clear, having got rid of the junk, and that being the truest reflection of your soul. Well, for some reason we're not getting a card out of that. Oh, there we go. And isn't that funny, because it's the same card we just had on another reading, and I have obviously shuffled them there. I had no idea where that one was. Let me see if it's of similar symbolism there. No, and I feel it's not. I feel that this is about looking out to the horizon. This is about taking the time to see the clearer picture instead of just seeing what is right out there in front of you and perhaps being put off or blindsided by it. Taking that time to look ahead, to look where this might be leading you and what is going on out there. because something beautiful, I feel, is around the corner. And okay, you might feel that where you are at the moment is beautiful and it couldn't get any better than this, or perhaps you feel the opposite and you feel that this is so dull and so mundane, and just there's nothing there. You feel empty, it feels sort of hollow. Well, just know that something wonderful is coming and it is paving the way for that. So sometimes we do have to get back to a clean slate. We have to get rid of all of this rubbish and the stuff that doesn't serve us, to have a lovely, bright, new, clean sheet. And then from that, we can design our own future, our own path. We can recreate ourselves in a beautiful way. Whereas if we're sort of trying to put layer upon layer, then it becomes heavy, and it becomes weighed down, and the picture isn't clear. We haven't got that true reflection of who we are, because it's layers upon all the other murky sort of heaviness that's already been and gone. So if you see it as these patterns in the sails there, if you were to overlay the purple sail there on top of the orange, then some of the colours from the orange would shine through. You'd start to see stripes on the other one, and okay, yes, that makes sense for the fact that everything that happens, our experiences, make us who we are, and that is true. But in doing that, it then will change the shape and sort of visual form of the purple sail. It will have stripes where it wasn't meant to have stripes. And sometimes I feel that we need to get rid of the aspects of ourselves that are no longer needed. Otherwise, they're just subtly being dragged through with us, and they're actually causing us more harm than good. So sometimes it's just good to wash it all away, accept that it's happened, accept that it was meant to be there for a reason. It helped to grow us, or get us through a particular stage in life. But then sometimes it's just good to clean the slate again, go back to the pure white sails there in the distance, because that is the beautiful new fresh canvas for the future. That is you telling yourself that you understand what's happened, but you're comfortable with it now, you're at ease, and you're ready for whatever comes next. You're ready for that new beauty and magic to unfold and reveal itself. Yeah, and in order to do that, you must go with the flow. You must just allow for stillness and just peace. Just drift along. Don't be in a resistant energy. Don't be fighting it, and don't be sort of working so hard that you perhaps, if you imagine that person there has got oars and they're rowing so fast and things are getting out of control. Don't do that either. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself that you feel that this is a really tough, challenging journey, because it doesn't have to be. This should be one that makes you smile. Okay, some days you may feel some pain there and some sort of anxiety or separation from others, and you do on this journey feel at times very isolated, because it's difficult if other people don't understand that. So yeah, I feel it is just simply allowing, just going with that, going into it comfortably, at ease, and not being put off by sort of things that are coming up and what you've seen on the journey, because they are there for a reason. Yeah, right, so on this one I'm going to read the card out. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forwards. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. So yeah, exactly that. Things may move fast in some areas, but those are the ones where it needs to. Other areas may feel to be slower, and we have to just go with that. We have to understand that things do take time. But yes, some events may propel forwards out of nowhere, and you may feel that you didn't see that come in, and it is a bit of a tower movement, but that is going to take you to exactly where you need to be. It's almost like it's just accelerated you in the right direction, and trust that we're always guided to be at the right place at the right time. So don't see things as a mistake or an error. Don't doubt yourself. Just know that you've got to a position where you're meant to be at. And yeah, move with the flow. So don't be in that resistant energy. If something starts to feel that it's all going a bit too quick for you, please don't be sort of panicking about that and then starting to anchor in and drag your heels. Just trust in it, just have faith in it. And you can ask your team to slow it down a little bit. But if your destiny is for that to unfold rather rapidly, then that is what's going to happen. And you just have to have faith that it is for your highest good and it will help you on your path. Yeah, be mindful of what needs your attention most. So paying that attention, don't just be on this autopilot, disconnected wavelength. Be tuned in and know what is coming and what is happening and why. And think about things. Actually just sit with things, have a little feel into it. And I always say feeling because feeling just helps guide us so much better. It comes from the heart. It's less about the mind. It's understanding on a sort of energetic, spiritual soul level. And I feel that this is sort of sharing your gifts with others, knowing that you have a lot to offer for other people. And you might have felt over the years that you haven't, or you're afraid to step out and reach out to other people. But I feel that now is the time. Sorry, and the card just fell on the floor there. Now is the time to awaken and share that, and to understand the connection between all of us. We are so interconnected, so deeply, so powerfully, and the more we can actually do that and exchange that energy, the sooner we can move forwards. Okay, this is the card that just fell on the floor, and I feel like, yeah, it almost did go off like a gun. To rise, you must let go of fear, and this is so important because, most of what I'm saying here, for a lot of you, I feel that you will be afraid of that. You will be already trying to put up the guards, being in self-doubt and worry, and telling yourself why you can't do it. And, that is normal. That is the ego trying to push all of the good stuff out the way and to knock you down a few notches to keep you in check, because for the ego it can feel quite uncomfortable all of a sudden. If you've got your power and you're all right without the ego goes, what? No, don't think so, you're not going anywhere without me, and it tries to hold you back. But you've got to let that go. You've got to get to a position where you are holding the reins. You have the power, and you know where you're going regardless of whatever the ego may say. So do listen to the questions that perhaps come forward, sit with them for a moment, but then release them and let them go, and understand that you don't need to be stuck in that stagnant energy of fear, because it will keep you stagnant. It will keep you there forever unless you let go. So I feel here this is about that deep inner wisdom, that connection with who you are as a soul, and the fact that within all of us, we all have access to this knowledge. It's a free fall, it's a free flow of energy. It is all around every single one of us. It's just a case of which lens you choose to look through to tune into that. And if you choose to tune into it at all, for many, this life may not be the time. They may have agreed to learn different lessons. For others, it's a case of when is the right time? When do I feel safe and comfortable and open to do that? But just know that it is there within everybody. It was within the heart space, and it is coming forward. The lights are turning brighter. And I feel that this is regarding dancing, being free to just open up and express yourself, and being unafraid to ask for support with that. There might be somebody who you feel that you sort of wish to lean on a bit and share some of your experiences with, but something keeps you sort of at arm's length. You take a step back, you're worried. I feel that this person is not going to understand you, or they're going to sort of reject you or question your beliefs and your motives, and why there's this sudden change in your direction, why you are releasing things that have never bothered you before, and why all of a sudden you've got to go indoors and sort of take this time for reflection. Well, just understand that it doesn't matter what this person is thinking, because that is their own personal sort of journey for their understanding. What matters here is how you feel within yourself. Do not feel that you have to justify your journey for why you are choosing to do something. Just know that it is the right path for you at that given time. But I do feel that this person isn't a negative person. They're not being sort of driven to push you away or reject you. They're just simply trying to understand you. They want to hold you and support you. And even though you're taking that step back away from them, they're still there. They're still holding out. They're still reaching. They're hoping to bear their soul to you, to open their heart, and just for you to do the same in return. So please have faith, trust, and allow your sort of soul to dance with theirs, to open up and to know and trust that it is a safe place. But yes, sometimes in order to get to that place of safety, we do have to go through the waters of vulnerability. We do have to expose ourselves, and that can feel a bit weary. It can feel, a bit erratic and jumpy for the emotions, but you will come out the other side and you'll feel just so light and so clearly connected and pure. So go with it, please. Take the risk and open up to somebody. Yeah, so you're going to get to a place where you're feeling on top of the world. You may already be feeling that something is shifting within you. And I feel like this is releasing the baggage, it is releasing the tensions. All those vines that had previously all knotted together and become overgrown, you've managed to separate all that, you've managed to clear it, you've pulled out the weeds, and now because of that, the light is shining through, and it's shining through you, and people are seeing this. People are seeing the change in you, and it's just really, really powerful. So well done. Yeah, and this is such a big thing on this journey. Without trusting your intuition, you would get lost. And I don't mean that to sound, hard on you, and I'm not saying that you can't do it, but if you choose to trust your intuition and use it, you will get to places far quicker. You will see the direction. You will know. There won't be time for hesitation and doubt and worry and fear, because you just know it. You learn to believe what you're feeling, and that just gets you to a better place. And that is something I think everybody needs to work on. Intuition doesn't just come overnight. It's not just for those that are gifted or special, anything like that. It's there for everyone. It's just simply that we're not taught as children or even as adults to connect with that and sort of strengthen it and grow from it. So the more you can put it into practice, and allowing it to come and go, to be in that flow sort of energy, and just being aware of what happens. So if you're getting a gut feeling about something, follow through on it and see what happens. And also sometimes it's a good idea in the right sort of context to do the opposite. So say that if you don't get out the house right at that minute, if you do go back upstairs looking for something, you're going to miss your bus. Well, perhaps one day do that then. Just go upstairs and go looking for whatever it is you've lost, and then go and see if you miss your bus. See if that bus is just pulling away as you get there. Because sometimes it's good to just be able to reflect on the fact that, yeah, if I hadn't have done that, this would have happened. And that allows us to see sort of both sides of the picture there. So yeah, intuition, keep working on it all the time. It gets brighter all the time. So I feel here that this is putting your feet up, knowing that you are protected, taking that step back, just relaxing into yourself and who you are. So getting used to the feeling of your body, being comfortable in your own skin, not being in this defensive, resistant sort of protective energy where you're guarded. And we have been talking about this a lot recently. It's about getting rid of those layers and getting those guards to come down. But I feel like this is for you to spend time getting to know your soul, getting to know who you are deep within. And sometimes that does just involve doing absolutely nothing. Like you see this as like a lazy river there, and the weight of those the air, really, it's not so much weight, but the rings they are in there, the dinghies, they are being supported by such beautiful light air and energy. And that allows them to feel light and airy. There's no heaviness there. They're not sort of tied down to a heavy boat or a heavy chair. They're just floating. There's that stillness. So if you can find somewhere where you feel that you can connect with that sort of energy, where you're just light but also supported. And I do feel that, again, this is the water element, because we've said this, where in water, if you just lie on your back and you can just float there, you are fully supported. You know, the water, the waves sort of caress and hold your body, and they keep you grounded in that place. And yet it's still, it's beautiful. There's no heaviness. You're not actually sort of tied down. There's no restraints there. You simply are. You're just allowing that flow sense of being to just come through. So I feel that for some people that might be the easiest way to connect with soul, just to simply lie in water, to look at the stars or the clouds above, and to just relax, and to release. Yeah, keep on learning. Don't give up on the learning journey here, because there's always learning to be done. And I mean it. I mean, even I'm always reading books and learning still. There's so much to grow through and grow from. And as a soul, even when we pass over and we go back into the higher realms, we are always learning. And our soul, you know, is learning in the higher realms even now. And it is choosing to guide us to things from that direction that will help us here on the 3D. So do take time to keep growing as a person and as a spirit. Don't be afraid to look back at where you've come from and what's happened to you. Understand that it is the foundation that has formed you as you are now. And, you know, it is just as relevant as anything that's going to come in the future. And yes, okay, sometimes we need to release those things, because it will bring in strength and power to move forwards. But also we need to acknowledge what is there, not hold on to it in a sort of negative way, just to see its beauty and how it's transformed us and how it made us grow to a sort of higher perspective, a better viewpoint. And I think that's it. It's about looking at those elements that have happened within life and seeing them from a higher perspective, knowing that they were there for a reason. No matter how good or bad, it had to be done. It was you know, almost like a mountain to climb. Okay, make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth even when others don't. You are not what people think of you. So this is massively important, because yeah, we are all too quick at times to just focus in on what other people think or what we expect other people to think. And you know, that's where that fear comes in again, because we're so afraid of what others will think of us that we quite often don't show our true selves out of fear. We're worried about how they're going to react, or what they're going to say, or whether it'll change the sort of dynamic in the relationship, whether that be a friendship or you know, a romantic relationship. And you know, we never really know truthfully how that person feels about us, what they value, what they don't, because most of the time we don't communicate that. So please don't be sitting there in a negative, worried energy, thinking about that without actually discussing and having a conversation first. And if you're too afraid to perhaps approach that conversation, and you know, there is a lot of fear there, then you can ask your higher self to step in with that, and you can ask for the higher self of this friend or partner to step forward and help give you guidance on this. But please just start to see how beautiful and bright and fantastic you are, because you are a beautiful, warm, loving soul, and you are there to reach out your light to everybody. So please don't dim to fit in, don't hide away in the shadows, don't knock yourself down a few notches, don't suppress things because you're worried about what everyone else will think. Just do it because it's who you are, and it's what makes you feel happy and connected and true to yourself. Don't lose sight of this truth, and I feel like that's in relation to that. Please just be true to yourself always. You came here to evolve and grow, which is true. You know, that is the whole point of this journey. This is the whole reason we come here to the 3D, is to evolve and grow, to learn. And it's, yeah, it can be a really tough sort of playground to participate in, but there was a reason we came here to choose it in the first place, because it was going to, you know, propel us very, very quickly. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That is when you will grow the most, without a doubt. And okay, when you're in that sort of painful energy, it can feel like there's no way out and you don't understand what you did to deserve it, or why it's happened. But in a few years or a few months, when that healing has happened and you're okay with that, then you see it was there for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of your journey. Yeah, do. Shine brightly. Know that everything that is going on is leading the way. It's almost like a torch. You have different rays of light from different torches at different times in your life, but they will all get you to the same place, that tunnel at the end that shows you where you need to be. Just bear with me. I'm just seeing if there's any more cards coming out in this reading. Yeah, and here we go. Everything will start off as a small tiny seed, and we don't know what's going to happen as that seed starts to grow. So we don't know what the weather's going to do. We don't know the climate, the environment we are within, how that's going to affect us, what's changing. Some things are out of our control in life, things that go on in the world. Sometimes we can't do anything about that. We just have to try and stay rooted and grounded and strong and weather the storm. And as I've said before, taking time to nurture within nature, to get that light, that daylight, to go for a walk, to spend time in water. Do it. Do that to help yourself get to a better place where you can transform. And you are a leader deep within anyway. You already feel confident about some things here, and there we go, there's the lion. There's that courage that allows you to stand tall and confident in what you believe, and don't allow other people to knock that out of you or to knock it down or squash it, because that, as I've said, that's their journey, that's their belief. You have to have the courage to stand with that energy, to know it's true for you, and perhaps it isn't true for someone else, and that's fair enough, because it's their journey and it's your journey. But for you, just know it's true, it's real, you feel it, and embody that power of the lion and that courage. Be proud, yeah. And see the vision within. So and trust when you receive guidance. And even if perhaps you're not trusting of it yet, begin to trust, begin to see things clearly and have faith in what's unfolding. And perhaps for the future you're feeling a bit blank there, and you're afraid to open your eyes or to discover what's going on for you there. Ask for help with that. Ask your team and your loved ones for some guidance to move you forward. See if they can give you some sort of vision for the future to help point you in the right direction. Let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. Yeah, sometimes in order to be able to see that vision for the future, we have to let go of what is right in front of us, because that is blinding us, and that is blocking the real beauty from coming forwards. So yeah, we can think we've let go of something, but in actual fact, part of us is still hanging on by little threads, and that's why we're not moving forwards, because we're still almost, it's like a kite that's still anchored down, or a boat, we're still tied in there. So we're not going to be able to break free unless we release. Okay, I feel like this is the final card. There we go, flying free, breaking free, being prepared to just go forwards to the new horizon, into the new day, and just be at peace with whatever's going to come, and understand that because you've gained that power and that strength, and you're guided and supported, and you have those visions, you are connected, you are safe, and you see things from a higher perspective. You're no longer afraid, because you've got the whole world within you, and you know that you're at peace with that, you're at one. There's nothing there that's going to come down and scare you, because you've already seen it, you've already connected with it. And I feel that this is going back to that thing again of feeling as well, feeling that connection, knowing and understanding it from a feeling point of view, and being out of fear. So connecting with your higher self, being at peace, and just embracing that love for yourself. And I feel that if we don't do that, if we don't take time to have that self-love and that self-reflection, then we are trapped in a heavy energy, and we are just going through the motions. We are doing these cycles, and okay, you may feel that weeks have gone by, things have changed in your life, things have got better, but deep on a soul level, things haven't, because you've been guarded and you haven't allowed yourself to as I said the other week in a reading, you haven't released the straps, you're still tied down, you haven't got anywhere, you haven't overcome things. So yeah, find the strength, and if you're feeling that you really can't, please just ask your people for some extra help with that. And you know, they've just guided me there to take one more card. It's just sat there on the top of a deck, just slightly move forward. And yeah, you are capable of magical creation, and you absolutely are. You need to take that time to feel it, to sit with it, and to know what it is you desire for the future, for your life as a soul in this particular lifetime. And as I say, if you're not sure, ask for a vision, ask for some guidance, ask for some support, and it will be received. You will get that information. Shine brightly, shine as bright as you are, because you are bright and beautiful. Don't wear a mask, don't hide in the shadows, don't suppress things. Just be who you are, be who makes you happy, which is your true self and your soul. Don't be worried about what other people think of you. Just be yourself, and that's all that matters. Okay, I hope that made some sense. I hope there was something there that you can take from it and, you know, heal. Have a lovely day. Thanks for listening.